Alright guys, the Amstrad GX4000 console is 25 years old this month, and this video I'm going to be taking a look at 25 GX4000 games in 25 minutes. It's mad. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll try it. Ignore them, they're bootleg carts. We're going to get through 25 games that I have, and here we go. Okay, starting the countdown is 25 GX4000 games in 25 minutes, 1 minute per game. Starting off in going through alphabetical order, and we're starting off with Barbarian 2. The warrior or princess. Why is there options for a keyboard? I don't know. Probably for the 464 Plus, which had a keyboard. Anyway, this is a conversion of the Amstrad CPC tape disc original, and it's absolutely flipping identical. It is a good game though, definitely, but would you want to pay 25 quid for this on cartridge when you could have paid £2.99 for it on budget? But yeah, lots of cool things. You can fight monsters. Oh, nice sound effects, but not much of a GX4000 game to get really. Okay, that's about a minute up. There we go. So on to the next game. Get the cartridge out, which is Batman the movie. Let's start the countdown. Get Batman in. Hey, and it's crashed. Whee! Wasting valuable time. The fun of cartridge games. There we go. Batman, nice title screen there. That is probably the only thing added to the game from, again, the tape and disc original from the Amstrad CPC. Doesn't use any of the GX4000 features. Look, Batman's farting. Whee! Other than that, it is a good game. And I suppose it's a worthy console title. It is pretty good stuff. Colours look nice and crisp. Colours look a little bit crisper on the GX4000, maybe. I don't know. They just suffer from slowdown in places, which the tape disc version didn't. Okay, that's nearly a minute, so on to the next one, which will be, the packing title, Burning Rubber. Let's hope it works. There we go, start the countdown. Lovely title screen. That's really using the GX4000's features, the hardware sprites. Looks gorgeous. Should redefine controls because you have to use up and down for accelerate. You better use the buttons for that. And you're better off using manual gears rather than the automatic. Anyway, but lovely colourful graphics. It's really using a lot of the GX4000 features. That screechy noise, I believe, is using the DMA chip to do nice little special sound effects. It's got a huge number of colours, really using the palette really well, because there's about 4,000 odd colours you can choose from on the GX4000. And it changes from night to day and back again, lovely fading effects throughout the game. Controls though, very unresponsive, ruins it. That's a minute. So, on to the next game. Right, Copter 271, a very rare game. Oh, what's that? Anyway, let's pop this in. One of the very... blow the dirt off the cartridge. Let's try again. There we go, it's going. Let's start the countdown. From Lorry Seals, one of the very last games released. And it's crashed. Fantastic. Let's try it again. This happens a lot with cartridge games. There we go. Right, let's get through the title sequence. And let's just start the flipping thing. We've got 30 seconds to do it. Yeah. Come on. There we go, finally. and it's a rather poor horizontally scrolling shoot 'em up. With very, very little to recommend it. It's got hardware sprites and hardware scrolling, but that is it. And it is not worth the money. Next game is not worth the high price. You'll probably have to pay for it on sodding eBay. Right, next up, Crazy Cars 2. Start the countdown. Nice full screen picture there. Awful music as always from Titus. Let's go for sound effects. And it's a driving game with very little difference to the original on the Amstrad CPC. Although it's got the gradiated background, the skyline there sort of changing colours, which tends to flicker quite a bit actually. It's not a bad racing game. Got to get past the cops. Nice Doppler sound effect there, though. But it's long and it's dull. You've got a map to choose from. You've got to traverse the map to get to your destination, and there's loads of them, and it goes on and on and on. Okay, that's Crazy Cars 2. Next one, Dick Tracy. One of the rarer games to get hold of. Has it worked? Yes, it has. Fantastic. Music sucks. It's kind of in keeping with the game. You pay a high price for this on eBay. You might be paying you'd be paying over £100 for this. And it does use hardware sprites and hardware scrolling. One of the few GX4000 games to utilise the features. But it's a bit of a horizontally scrolling. Oh. Ah! Plays nice enough. Oh, the guy's disappeared that was in the window there. Shooty shooty, punchy punchy. Bit like Robocop really. Lost a few different weapons, but ultimately a bit rubbish. Right, next game. Okay, the Enforcer, which is, I don't think this will work, guys. Let's have a look. If I remember correctly, this didn't work at all. I bought this off eBay, and I think it's a bootleg cart, and it doesn't work. What it is, though, is a light gun game. For the Trojan light phaser that came with the GX4000, I'll edit some footage in of the actual game in action taken from an emulator. Unfortunately, this cart is not working, but the Trojan light phaser would have been a gun very, very like this. This is the Magnum light phaser, spelled with an S in phaser. The GX4000 version was the Trojan light phaser with a Z, but it is exactly the same gun. Just with a different connector, and then there is a website where you can convert one of these guns into working on here, which I will do one day as a project. Bit of a squeaky trigger on that now, and they weren't very accurate either, didn't seem to be. Anyway, moving on. Next game, Fire and Forget. Start the timer. This is crazy, I can't believe I'm doing this. Right, Fire and Forget, I did a long play on my channel of this. It's okay, one of the very, very first games released on the Amstrad GX4000. Lovely title screen though. Lovely use of the GX4000's palette there. Yeah, whatever. Drive along, shoot things, collect things. It's not brilliant. What you can do though is fly in the air, like so. just a bit long and dull, really. There isn't a great deal to be doing. You can never like drive off the road and crash. You can only crash into. So it's pointless being a driving game. But overall, not particularly good. Right, next one. Clacks. Yes, a puzzle game. There's quite a few puzzle games actually on the Amstrad, and there's plotting as well to look at. Start the timer. Has this worked? I think it hasn't. Bloody hell. Normally these cartridges are quite reliable. But it's a long time since I've played a lot of these. There we go, Clacks is working. I think most of us know what Clacks is. It was on there when Tetris came out. There was a lot of rip-off games. I suppose this is kind of one of them. Yeah, you collect things on your back there, put them on the bottom there. You've got to get tiles into rows of 3. That makes a Clacks. Don't let them drop off the end. You can only do that too many times. There we go. We'll do one simple and so forth. Gets progressively harder, of course. But there you go. That is Clacks. Next, Mystical. This is one of the very last games I bought for my collection. It took a long time to find, and went for quite a high price. I believe. Again, probably paying over £100 for this game. I don't like it much. It looks really nice. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Horizontally scrolling thing. Collect magic spells, but for large parts of the game, you might be without a weapon and you're just like avoiding enemies. And I find it totally dull and boring. It looks nice though, but it's not worth the money you'll have to pay for it. Not one of the best GX4000 games, and identical to the tape disc original as well. Lots of cool different spells though. There we go. Right, next game. Navy Seals, one of the better games on the GX4000, probably one of my favourites, but it's also incredibly rock hard, and it's not worked. I think it's probably a problem with my console. Oh, there we go, it's working now. I think it's a problem with the connection in the console. I think it's been gathering dust for a long time. But this is a really, really good game. Probably my second favourite on the machine. It's an incredibly tough game. But when you know what you're doing, it's not too bad. It's got hardware scrolling, hardware sprites, great use of colours, great sound effects, great music. One of the best games to check out on there. Just persevere with it. You need a lot of practice. It's a great game. Right, next game. From one of the best to one of the worst, probably the worst. No Exit. It's a beat 'em up, and it's pretty terrible. What's going on here? There we go. And it's not worked. Oh. There we go. It's a completely incomprehensible beat 'em up with appalling presentation. I don't know why it's got a mouse there. Okay. What's going on? Can we just start? Start game. Come on. Yeah. Who am I? I think I'm in the green character. You could build up like a lust meter where you could turn into some kind of hideous creature. Honestly, it's a really, really bad beat 'em up. Not very nice graphics. Although they've used lots of colours there. Oh, turn into a monster. What is going on? Okay, we're going to pause things there. Because this camera can only take about 15 minutes worth of footage before dying, so we'll pause it there. Okay, moving on. We are now on to Operation Thunderballs. Again, another conversion of an Amstrad CPC original. Not much has changed apart from they've used slightly different colours from the palette there to give it a nicer look. Other than that, the game plays identically apart from some nicer graphics. And it's okay. People didn't like the fact that you can't see the crosshair at the start. What you've got to do is pick up the Uzi though. And then you've got a crosshair dot there. A lot going on the screen there though to try and make out what's going on. It's quite a good shoot 'em up. It doesn't beat the original Operation Wolf though. It's an okay game to pick up for the GX4000. Get it cheap though. Let's use some grenades. Alright, next game. Right, on to one of my favourites, probably the best game on the console, Pang. Now, I know that my cartridge here, the original one, doesn't always work very well. So before we start the timer, let's just check it works. Let's give it a few goes. There's something rattling around in this cartridge, which makes me suspicious. If we can't get this to work, I will use a prototype Pang cartridge. Okay, let's try the prototype version. There we go. I think it's missing some of the intro. Let's start the timer again. Yeah, it's missing the intro sequence, and we're straight into the game. Yeah, that's me playing. But you can see the full game on my channel. I've done a full long play of the game, and it looks, plays, and fantastically. Not so keen on the background graphics. But it's the most fun game to play on the console. Lovely sprite zone animation. Just huge amounts of fun, and probably the best 8-bit conversion of Pang on the system. On any system, sorry, that's what I meant. But yes, definitely the game to own on the GX4000. Make sure this is in your collection first. Make this a priority. Oh, oh, oh. There we go, that's Pang. Right, next game. Okay, moving on. Pansy Kickboxing, one of the rarest games. Oh, struggling getting the case open. Okay. This went for a huge amount of money initially on eBay a few years ago. It went for about nearly 400 quid. Let's just try and get into a match straight away. I think I ended up paying about 80 quid for mine. It's lovely graphics and probably one of the best beat 'em ups on the system. Which am I? I think, am I on the right here? Yeah, I'm the guy on the right. Lots of huge number of moves. You've got the 2 fire buttons, and they made use of the 2 fire buttons. It's quite a good game. Just wish they'd done a better competition to go through. You sort of choose boxers. It doesn't feel like in a real competition. Hard to describe. Anyway, it's a good game. Lots of different background graphics to look at. Moving on. Oh, this is tough work. This is absolutely insane what I'm doing. Right, Pimple Magic. A pinball sodding game on the GX4000. Just what we needed. Right, start the timer. It works. It's got a bit of a strange control scheme, if I remember correctly. Okay, right, down arrow does the left flipper, right, second button does the right flipper, and also the ball release. It's nice enough. They've added a few extra colours compared to the original version on the Amstrad CPC. And the ball moves around nice enough. I don't know if that's a hardware sprite though, or not. It's okay, it's pinball. Do you really want pinball on your home computer? A lot of people love pinball games. I don't see the point of them. Unless you buy them on budget, which Codemasters did quite a few of them. Don't see the point of them. Might have to pay 80 odd quid to get this as well. It's relatively rare. Okay, on to the next game. What's next? Plotting. The second puzzle game on the system. Like we need puzzle games. There we go. Start the timer. This is really, really nicely presented game. As you can see, but I'm not a fan of this. You're that character on the left there throwing blocks across. You've got to match your current block with other blocks. Right, yeah, you got the top here, throw that down there. The more you get in the row, the better. Alright, we need to get rid of the green one down there, and so forth. And you need to plan your moves, hence why it's called plotting. It's a miss there, I don't know why it was a miss. And by the later levels, it just gets too hard for me. I just don't know what the frick to do. I got a miss there, I don't know why that was a miss. Anyway, plotting. I cleared it as well. Nicely presented game. Just boring. Okay, next up, Pro Tennis Tour. First of 2 tennis games on the GX4000. We've only got about 26, 27 games in total. So I can't show you Chase HQ2 or Gazza II, because we don't have the cart. But we have 2 bloody tennis games. Oh, that will do. Right, let's just get into a match. Now this was originally out on the Amstrad CPC. It's quite a good tennis game, plays pretty much identically. However, they have completely overhauled the graphics and animation, and they look fantastic. It's probably one of the best looking 8-bit tennis games I've ever seen. The problem is, you've only got like one move, and what you do is like you hold down the fire button, and when you release it, determines the type of shot you do. So I released that very quickly there, and he did a fast shot, and if I released it late into the ball, come in, it's a slower ball. So what could have been a fantastic tennis game is let down by over simplicity, and it's quite common to come across this game on eBay. Right, next game. Alrighty, okay, one of the better games on the system, Robocop 2, probably in the top 3 games to play and own. Oh, wrong way around. Gorgeously presented, probably the biggest game on the system. I like this a lot. A lot of people don't like it because it's incredibly tough and frustrating. It's hard to tell which objects on the screen are dangerous, which are holes. Those are holes there I'm jumping over. and it's a very frustrating game. Gives you loads of lives, and there's continues, but there's lovely use of the GX4000's features. Hardware sprites, hardware scrolling, lovely colours. It looks and plays better than an Atari ST game. Rescue civilians, and we can go into these doorways here. Yes, but weirdly it's a platformer. Robocop should be a shooting game, and all you're doing is jumping around platforms. You've got a gun to fire, but there's very little enemies to shoot. Strange. Anyway, that's Robocop 2. Right, next one. Skeet Shoots. It's another Trojan light phaser light gun game, and this doesn't work. Another cart I bought off eBay, but I think it's probably a bootleg cart. It doesn't work. I'll insert some footage of the game in action. Oh, should have started the timer. Yes, this is a. There's the cart. Wait. Now, can you hear it? It's rattling a bit, and I think, yes, someone has split open this cart. So they've probably used like a burning rubber cart or something like that, and they've cracked the case open, and if you smell it, you can smell glue, and it's been re-glued. Once you crack the case open, you can't put it back together again, not unless you glue it. So a telltale sign of it being a bootleg cart is it might be rattling around, the case is a bit loose, you can smell the glue in it, and also the label looks really crap, and it's very, very difficult to emulate the label printing of 25 years ago. So yes, handy tip there. Rattling away in there, not a good sign. Anyway, moving on. Okay, a little edit cut there because my camera stopped running, so starting again with Switchblades. Awesome game. Let's start the timer. I recently did a long play of this game on my channel. Oh, it's crashed. There we go, lovely. Yeah, check out the long play on my channel, it was only a few videos ago. Lovely presentation. Start the game. Nice intro sequence. One of the best games on the system to get. How it uses the GX4000 features. Notice the skyline there, it's nicely, is it gradulated you call it? Fading from black into red, very nicely done. And also nice shading on the lower section levels, which differentiates it from the Amstrad CPC version, which was released about a year or two later. But well worth buying. Moving on. Next up, Tennis Cut 2, the second tennis game on the Amstrad GX4000 console. This is really good actually. And this is a damn good tennis game. Nicely presented. One player. Yeah, that will do. Singles, select your opponent. Yeah, that will do. Okay, let's start this off. Oh yeah, you get the anthems. Now the annoying thing on this is, I think this only works if you're in one player. You have to have the joypad in the second joypad port for it to work or something. Let's try. Oh yeah, there it goes. So you have to have it in the second joypad port for one player. Really bizarre and makes it really difficult to emulate. But anyway, we're coming up to the end there, so let's put the joypad back and move on. We've got 2 more games to go. Apologies guys for stopping the video here, but it's at this point when I was editing that I realised I've been a colossal fucking idiot and missed out an entire game. And make matters worse, I actually did a long play of it very recently. It's Tintin on the Moon, and as you can see I do own the cart and game. There it is on my shelf. But Well, anyway, here's some footage from the game. There's absolutely no chance or way I'm going to go back and re-record the entire footage again just to put in this game. But anyway, as you probably remember from my recent long playing review, this game kind of sucks. It's incredibly easy to finish, and should have been marketed and advertised for kids only, because kids will be able to play this and enjoy it. But that's it. So there you go, Tintin on the Sodding Moon. Back to the normal video. So next on to Wild Streets. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Pray this works. There we go. Title screen. Lovely. Titus. Not a big supporter of the Amstrad. Not so many great games though. Now this is originally on tape disc on the Amstrad CPC and has no improvements whatsoever. Kicky, punchy. Supposed to clear the screen of enemies and move on. Music's crap, and you got your panther there, which occasionally attacks people. The animation is appalling though, and it doesn't appear to be attacking anyone. And if you want to beat this game, just simply all you need to do is just jump through all the levels like so. One of the easiest games of all time. Okay, moving on. This should be the last game. It is World of Sports. Start the timer. In we go. This is a very nicely presented game. The events, there's multi-events in here, but there's actually only 4 of them. They're very well done, but there's only 4 events. And they're pretty appalling really, value. But the only good one is surfing. Whoa! Wipeout. So surfing's great fun. Probably the least worth of value of any of the games. But this surfing is quite fun. Way, we're getting some speed up now. And that's it. So there you go, guys. 25 GX4000 games in roughly 25 minutes. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.